Hey guys, so I'm going to teach you today how to write an excellent summary. Our quiz is tomorrow, so you got to make sure that you know this stuff. So here's our new notes. Make sure you're taking notes on the back side of the sheet that you have in front of you. So here's what you should be looking at. Um, you should be including a detail from each part of your story. So we know that our 5 parts are the intro, rise in action, climax, falling action, resolution. So here's what each part is. So you know that the intro is the setting and the characters where they kind of are introduced. The rising action is where our conflict or our problem comes in. The climax is the turning point. So thinking of like the way that our story arc is shaped, it's kind of the top of that, and we see that it actually changes. The falling action, this is where things start to wrap up. And our resolution, we see the word solution. So we know that this is the part where the solution to our conflict is going to come in. Okay? And a lot of times this is where you for sure can see what the theme of your story is. Okay? So the reason you need to know all this is, like I said up here, you need to include a detail from each part of these sections, right? So you need to have at least 5 details when you write a really good summary for a story. You need to introduce the characters, the conflict, the climax, the fall in action, and the resolution, right? You need to include detail from each of those. Okay. A resource that I want you guys to be looking at and for you to be using on your class page, if you scroll kind of far down, you'll see a resource that's called Resource Summary Rubric. Okay? If you click that when you take your final test tomorrow, this is what I'm going to be using to score you. So use it for yourself to kind of self-score, see where you think you are. Okay? So we see that it's supposed to not be in the first person, so you should never say the word I in a summary. Never I think, I believe, it seems to me. It's all just factual. Okay? This is something that it seems like we need to focus a little bit on, that's keeping some of us from a true 3, is that we're putting unimportant details in there. The most important part of a summary is distinguishing between what is super important and needs to be told to the reader, and what's kind of just nice to know but might not be the most important thing for somebody to see. Okay? Of course, we know we need to include everything that is important and paraphrase in your own words. So this means not using quotes. Paraphrase means you take a quote, you change it up, you put it in your own words, and that's the piece that you put into your summary. Okay? So I hope you use these resources. When you finish this, I think you're going to be reading The Outsider, so enjoy your next section.